Here in 15.7, abstract-based classes and pure virtual functions, let me not scroll down through the rest of the material here. I just want you to know it begins on 965. Let's just talk about why these exist and then go back and read what's happening here. A an abstract based class is one that you, as a developer, mean to never have called one of by your design. So these are classes that are never instantiated. You will never create an object of type abstract base class. As a matter of fact, if you try to do so, that is a compile time error. And why do we want to do this? What we want to do is create something that is purely here for the express purpose of giving inheritance to other classes. So, is there a time where we would ever call to have instantiated an RVC member? Probably not, right? We would have employees, we would have faculty, we would have students, we would have, it doesn't really matter. This could go all the way down to people who have borrowed the restroom in the library or have gone to the subway in the student center to make a mistake for lunch. So we would have all of those inherited, those derived classes take from the abstract base class something like first name, last name, an identification number, all of those things. But we would never actually create a RVC member because it doesn't really make any sense. It is here to be the most abstract thing, something back here that never really has enough to materialize as one of itself. And what we can do is say, look, this is a down payment on a class that you define later on. But as such, we can have purely virtual functions. Function names that are a down payment on things that you are required to override later on down the line. So before you go through here and look at how those are defined, it's with abstract, it's not a big deal. The real ticket item here is, and again, we will not in this class be demonstrating an abstract class like this via the end of chapter exercises or in any other way, shape, or form. This is going to stand as an academic exercise, but it does make sense for your developments moving forward that you can do two things as a developer. Number one is you can abstract something so much that you will never create a single item of it. You will never instantiate one of them. That is your abstract base class. And you can also create virtual functions that you know you are going to need, but functions that you are going to enforce get overridden in the wherever the inherited class is, so those derived classes. This is you as a developer communicating that need forth into your development and to other developers. Make this function because you know you're going to need it, but it is deriving from something that is so general that we didn't need to define it at the time. So I know this is something that I said in the session overview was, look, some of this gets abstract, and this really is what I was pointing to. It's literally in the name, abstract base class.